You ever hear about the case that was solved, not with a confession, but with a question so simple it broke the entire investigation wide open? This is about a detective, let's call him Miller. He's working a cold case, years old. A missing person. No body, no weapon, no real evidence. Just a gut feeling and a single person of interest who's been lawyered up and silent for a decade. The legal clock is ticking. Miller's got one shot, one final interview before the statute of limitations runs out. He brings the suspect in. The room is tense. The suspect's attorney is there, stone-faced. They go through the motions. The suspect denies everything. Same story as always. It's a dead end. Then Miller does something strange. He leans back. He stops talking about the crime. He looks at the suspect, not with accusation, but with something like curiosity. He asks one question. Just one. What did you have for lunch that day? The suspect blinks. The attorney shifts. It's a bizarre, mundane question in the middle of a murder investigation. The suspect, thrown off script, hesitates. He starts to say, "I don't remember," but then he stops. His eyes flicker. See, for an innocent person, that's an impossible question. What did you have for lunch on a random Tuesday 10 years ago? You just say you don't know. But a guilty person. They've rehearsed their alibi. They've memorized the timeline of the event. They know exactly where they were supposed to be at 2 p.m. They've built a perfect, fragile story around the crime itself. But they never prepared for the question about the sandwich they ate 3 hours before. The suspect starts to talk. He fumbles. I think. A turkey club? From the diner on Main? But his voice is unsure. Then he tries to correct himself, to fit it back into his rehearsed alibi timeline. He contradicts a tiny, insignificant detail he'd given years earlier. That tiny crack was all Miller needed. He didn't accuse. He just pointed out the inconsistency. Last time, you said you were at the hardware store during lunch. The diner's in the opposite direction. The story unraveled from there. The suspect's perfectly constructed alibi, built to withstand questions about the crime, collapsed under the weight of a question about a pastrami on rye. He was so busy lying about the big thing, he forgot to lie about the small thing. The tactic worked. They got new leads, found evidence, and finally closed the case. But here's the thing that haunts me. The DA later said it worked too well. It was almost cruel. It didn't just catch the suspect in a lie. It exposed how, for years, this person had been living inside a fabricated moment, their entire memory of that day warped around a single, terrible act. The most powerful tool wasn't intimidation or trickery. It was the one question he was never prepared to answer. What's a detail you'd never think to lie about?